here. We are here. We in the building. We in the building. What's going on, everybody?
Young Daddy!
Oh, it's on. It's popping, man. Good football going on. Westerly game still going on. Westerly up 21-14 on Charahoe Chargers at this time. Moses Brown beats Shea. I got the scores coming up, man. Some games. Ponegant North Smithfield. That game went down to the wire. Let me get this music adjusted a little bit. What's going on, everybody? How was Friday night game where you at East Providence shut out Pilgrim? We're going to talk about that a little bit. Please share the stream. We're going to have Coach Fortin come up in the house pretty soon. Actually, Coach Fortin's already in the green room. What a game that was that went on up there at North Smithfield High School, man. What a game that was, man. That was closer game than a lot of people thought it was. That was a much closer game. That game was 10-7. Some other scores. Let me get them scores up here. There was some good scores. 47-0. East Providence beats Pilgrim. You know, shout out to Coach Blake. Shout out to Coach Jumbo up there. Some other scores. I know Moses Brown wins a big one over on Shea. 31-6. Moses Brown wins that game. So Shea's starting off 0-1. Pilgrim starts off 0-1. Narragansett loses to SK. And on my Facebook page, we have some of the scoring drives. Shout out to the reporters on the ground that are busy out there sending in the scores. Thank you. I really appreciate it, man. But we're going to bring in Coach Fortin in 1 second.
Young Daddy!
One thing I was,
and it's our business to keep up with this thing.
Just needed a minute to bring in my man, Coach Fortin. What's going on, Coach?
What's going on? How you doing, Mike?
You know, slow motion better than no motion. Tired today, man. Tired. 10-7. What a game. You know, my reporters on the ground was sending me in the scores. And I was very, very you know, let's talk about it. How was the game? How was the atmosphere up there in North Smithfield, their first game?
Atmosphere was great. The fan base for North Smithfield, they came out and they cheered their team on. We had a great following. It was a really good game. They came out and they fought. So we had a feeling that's what they were going to do. We didn't think that they would be, you know, easy to beat. Coach Pirate does a good job with his team. You know, we made a lot of mistakes. So we have to get back to the drawing board. We have to get back to playing some Ponegant football offensively and defensively. Our special teams came in. The kicker won the game for us.
You know, and it went down to the wire. And did it go down to the end of the game? I mean, was there any point in that game that you guys were like, yo, whoa, like, we got to really get with the program?
Yeah, the whole game. You know, we would drive, we would get down, we would get like 50 yards and then stall and then, you know, make a mistake and then miss something, have a missed opportunity. So all these little things, they do add up. And North Smithfield, they did the same thing. They had two really good drives and then they stalled. So, you know, our defense really stepped up. Our special teams came through when we needed them to. And our offense really ate a lot of clock in the first quarter. I think we ate most of the clock up in the first quarter, and we missed an opportunity to score.
Now you guys play a West Warwick Wizards team that's been playing very good football right now. Narragansett loses, Middletown wins. So, Pilgrim gets shut out big time by East Providence. I mean, and that don't say nothing about what Pilgrim's doing. East Providence is just a very, very good football program. But what do you guys think about going into the game next week against West Warwick? A very, very good program right now, from what it seems. Coach Pennington's doing a great job.
Yeah, we scouted them against Cranston West. They were down at some point like 20-3, and I was like, "Oh my God, Cranston West is going to pull away with it." But I'll tell you what, West Warwick hung around, and if you let that team hang around, they're going to come back and they're going to bite you, and that's exactly what he did. They got some big dudes. Coach Pennington's a really good coach, so we have our work cut out for us. We're gonna have to do some serious practicing, and we're looking forward to that matchup. But it's gonna be a dog fight because West Warwick and Coach Pennington, very good squad, very good program over there.
Right now, if you could hear that, Charahoe just brings one back to the house. Wesley was up 21-14. That game is going back and forth, but Charahoe just runs one back to the house.
Wow. Wow. Good for them.
That game is going back and forth. A lot of games, actually, a lot of games surprised me tonight. Salute to you. Salute to North Smithfield.
That feels good. It's our first D, being in D3. It's our first win in D3. So it's something to hang our hats on. But we got a lot of work to do. And as of tomorrow, we're on to West Warwick.
Yeah, there you go. On to Coach Pennington, and I'm sure Coach Pennington was probably around North Smithfield tonight, checking out Pano, checking out North Smithfield.
I'm sure.
Yeah, Division 3 is going to be some great games.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Looking forward to breaking down our film and getting back to the practice field and working on some of our mistakes and preparing for West Warwick.
Yeah, Coach Fulton, man, thank you. And I'm glad you won. I'm glad you're gonna be sticking around. A little private joke, inside joke, but salute to you, salute to Coach Cook. How was the relationship between you and Coach Cook so far? First game in, how's the marriage?
It's the marriage. It's it's great. Coach Cook. He trusts me with the defense. He's doing an amazing job. It's the whole staff. It's not just me. It's not just Coach Cook. It's the whole entire staff. So we all worked hard together for today, and we're going to continue to work hard together for this upcoming week.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there was any other scores. You actually told me a couple scores tonight. Let me see. Middletown Rogers. Middletown beating Rogers was something I did not see. I actually picked Rogers to beat Middletown. South Kingstown beating Narragansett. I really did not see that coming. Seeing the tough, the way that SK played last week. And if we look at some of the coaches pick'ems, like we did, let's see. Hey, look at that. Coach Dunbar had Middletown. Did Coach Fortin have Middletown?
Of course.
Coach Fortin had Middletown, Woonsocket, Westerly, PCD, CF Central, North Kingstown, Pownell, Johnston, and Cranston West. But Coach, man, thank you, appreciate it. Any last words?
No, thank you for doing what you're doing, and thank you to all the fans of Pontigansett. They came out strong, and we'll see you in West Warwick.
Yes, there you go. All right, Coach Fortin. Appreciate it, Pontigansett defensive coordinator. We're gonna have Coach Piver up here pretty soon. He's talking to his guys. But Coach, thank you. Appreciate it. Keep sending them scores in.
Will do. Thank you.
There we go. We had Coach Fortin. Did a great job up there. So they win 10-7. I'm gonna see if I can actually give me a minute so I could get the. Hang on. I'm gonna actually see if I can get the. I should have it up here. Get the scoring drives from that Pontiganza game. Hang on, here we go. Yep, so very good game. Pontiganza wins 10-7. Field goal with 2 seconds to go. Come on, can I download this? Will you let me? Let's see. Yes, it's gonna let me. Good. Okay, so yeah, so Pontiganza with 2 seconds left or a couple seconds left kicks the field goal, 10-7. Pontiganza been saying we have a lot to do. We are not the same team that we are from last season. So does Pontiganza have work to do? Are they just not the team that they were last season? But that was still a good game. I think people in North Smithfield, you have something to be proud of. You had, let me see, you really didn't have as much practice as a lot of these other programs have. You come back into this August 15th, and Pontiganza just coming away from a Super Bowl. They're a couple months removed from a Super Bowl. So I think North Smithfield did well, considering. Moses Brown, huh? Congratulations to Moses Brown they beat Shea. All right, here's another score from the Pontiganza North Smithfield game.
Here we go.
Bro, I'm getting it up here for you. Give me 1 second. Okay, here's one of the scoring drives from the North Smithfield Pontiganza game.
Go for it.
Nice job, nice catch. Congratulations. Let me see what else. And if anybody has any film, send it to my inbox. Whether you send it to Mikey Rebel or Can We Keep It Real, send me that film, and I will get it up here on the show. What else do we have here? And that was just the scoreboard. But thank you for sending in the game film. Really appreciate it. You can send in, if you have film, and get them games to fans only. Not fans only, to Rhode Island Ranked. So Uncle Felix can do the top 3 this week. But yeah, shout out to them. Congratulations to.
Yeah, here's the.
Let me check the Westerly game. Let's see what's going on over there. Oh, I didn't even realize that was up. Hang on. We're listening. Even though they're a bunch of dinks at Westerly Live. But hold on.
Anticipated with a little bit of everything, and it's all clicking right
right now for both offenses, which leads to an exciting fourth quarter. One possession game, the Bulldogs mixed extra point, but the Bulldog offense has really started in sync later in the first half, and then this half has been in sync the whole way. So the Chargers are going to have to do something defensively to stop this Bulldog offensive machine. Getting all the instructions they can and all the water they can, frankly, as the Bulldog cheerleaders are straight in front of us, keeping their fans alive. As I stand right amongst the fans, I love it.
Yeah, the Jarahoe Westerly game, very, very good game. I think it's been going score for score, which I'm surprised. Big penalty Ben Gorman had earlier. Can you hear the commentary?
Tuck in the backfield to the right of Williams. Powers to the right. Two wide receivers to the far side, one to the near side. Counter step back to Tuck coming this way. He's got room. He's got speed. He made a move, and he is finally pushed out of bounds. Not before big yardage again. That was more than 15 that time. That was about 20 yards per play on this Bulldog drive. Extremely impressive.
Looks like Bulldogs are about to score. If anyone has that Coventry score, can you let me know? But I'm going to let you know some other scores while we have them. Congratulations to East Providence, 47-0 over Pilgrim. What else do we have here? South Kingstown, 23-20 over Narragansett. Rogers and Middletown. Middletown beats Rogers 20-6. Moses Brown beating Shea, which I have to go back and write all of these things down. Moses Brown beating Shea 31-6. Congratulations to Moses Brown, and any other scores that we don't have, get them scores up in here.
Anyone that wasn't a believer in Charro is a believer on the field on their side. Same goes for Westerly. And he's going to roll to the far side. Doesn't have what he likes. He's going to have to throw this one away. And he does. Bounds wisely. No harm done. No loss on the play.
Well, the St. Ray's game looks to be over. St. Ray's beats Tolman 47-12. 47-12. St. Ray's beats Tolman. Please put any scores in the comment section so we have them down. St. Ray's beats Tolman 47-12. Is Tolman going to have a tough season? You know, Davies exposed them last week. You know, Davies kind of took advantage of every mistake that Tolman made. And St. Ray's, something that we knew was going to happen. So St. Ray's wins that one 47-12. Is anybody surprised by that score? And get me any other scores that we can find. Please get the scores. Pownell wins 10-7. Great game. We're gonna get let me see actually. You see what's going on in the Westerly game.
This is the closest it's been, actually. And to the line of scrimmage they go. Again, the Bulldogs' offense has been a force here in the second half. They have. To the line, under center, Williams. In motion, Gorman. I formation. Powers hits the hole. Tuck's got it. Tuck's in behind Powers, and that equals a touchdown for the Bulldogs.
Touchdown. Touchdown, Tuck. So now they score. Moses Brown wins. Pownell over North Smithfield 10-7. Good competitive game. That was North Smithfield should come out of that, holding their head high. It would have been a lot better to get the win. Definitely, I have to do something real quick, so give me 1 second. Let me play this little clip.
I love what Mikey does. Sometimes I'm like, yo, you over the edge, TMZ with it. But
the boy gonna do you something nasty.
I hate to say it, more times than not, he get the results he wants.
Right, and to be honest with you, I honestly don't think it's over. Honestly, I think exactly what this state needs. We've always needed a platform where we can call out the nonsense,
the repercussions,
and give people the props that they deserve, and call out the people who are full of it. And honestly, I think that more and more people are starting to utilize Mike's platform for that. And honestly, I know a lot of folks. A lot of people talk to me, "Oh, Emerson, like you're on there and you talk this and you talk that," and I'm like, "Listen," I said. Name one thing that he's been wrong about.
Yeah, name. What have I been wrong about? I know some people be like, "Yo, you've been wrong about some shit." But yo, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it will be. Tomorrow's games. Who do we have? EWG and Davies. Gonna be a tough game tomorrow. Odd games of the week we had. Let me get them up here. Before I take a minute and thank our great sponsors, we're gonna have the coaches up here, but our top 10 games of the week that we picked at random. Mount Hope 33, Tollgate 15. 33-0 by the end of the quarter. Wow, Mount Hope put it to Tollgate. Thank you. Salute to all the people on the ground that helped send in these scores. Thank you, Nick Rocha. Really appreciate it. Appreciate everybody that helps us send in these scores. And listen, I said I was going to give a bicycle away. I wanted to do it last night. I am going to do it. I went out and bought 2 bikes for a boy and girl, but we're going to give them to the little guys. We're going to find someone in the youth organization, find a couple kids that can really use a bike. But listen, we got one of our big timers coming on next when we come back. So stand by. We're going to have Coach Jeff Piva. He's going to be back in the building. I'm excited. And one of the best games all year.
No, it was great. We actually practiced. It's federal. Switchy Frank. Let's go. Come take a ride through my city like.
It's going to be you're in a hole now. It's going to be hard to dig out of that hole.
City life. This is city living, mostly them city children. From my bedroom, see the lights of them city buildings. Ain't gotta act hard, pride is my backyard. I run road out, you can call me a track star. And we a team, homie, all is one. I don't sleep until all is done. I ain't ruckus, so please don't call me Mr. 401. It's Mr. Rags, you can call me, I'm still in that 401. From where we was, look at all this color. For what it's worth, I put my all in the sun.
Here we go, man. My man, Coach Piva. How we doing? You look a lot shorter sitting down on camera. And anyway, this guy is tall. I don't know if you met Coach Piva, but he's tall. Coach, what's up? And he's frozen. He's tall and he's frozen. Hey, Coach, there you are. There he is.
I just pulled up into the driveway. My Wi-Fi had to connect.
Go ahead, get situated, Coach, man. How you doing?
Not bad. Really, really good high school football game tonight. We came up a little short, but Ponagansett beat us 10-7. kicked the field goal with less than 10 seconds to go to win. Really, really good football game.
You know, when I salute to my people on the ground because they were sending me in. Let's play a couple quick little clips.
Go for it.
Yeah, Cole made a great throw there, and our receiver actually made a great catch in the back of the end zone. Debatable whether or not he pushed off or not. I'd have been screaming for a flag if I was on their sideline, but we'll certainly take it.
Hey, you know, so maybe, hey, you take them when you can get them. Coach, did that game being, you know, you was right in the thick of things playing a Super Bowl team, Pontigansett, that was just in the Super Bowl. Good coaches on that team. Was you happy with I mean, you wanted to win, but was it like a moral victory?
I don't know if I believe in moral victories, but before the game, I asked my kids, you know, what is their why? Why do they play this game? And if they would show me the competitive fire that I've been looking for in the first 3 weeks. And that's exactly what they gave me tonight. So like I've said, I said it last year. I think I said it every week. If we go out and compete the way I want us to compete, the winning and losing will take care of itself. You know, we came up short. You know, should we execute early? We probably take a lead into halftime, but we shot ourselves in the foot, and you know, they capitalized, and you know, they came out on top. That's high school football. That's football in general. That type of stuff happens.
You know, you went right down to the wire with 2 seconds to go. Pono ends up kicking the extra point. So, you know, you guys definitely been in the game the whole time. It was 7-0, and then Cole scores on that play. You know, take us back right before that touchdown. What was you telling Cole?
Well, we knew we had to make a play somewhere, and we had a tough time running the ball. They were pretty good up front. They were attacking up front, and you know, it was just about time that we took a shot. And you know, he threw a good ball. Cole's at the point where I don't have to tell him much, right? When he hears the play call, he knows what I'm looking for. I don't have to tell him, hey, this kid's going to be open. Hey, this is where we're looking. You know, he's playing quarterback. He's making those decisions. He's a really, really good quarterback, and you know, we're very blessed and happy to have him.
Now, Coach Pennington was he was seen sneaking around the North Smithfield complex today. You know, I don't know how anybody missed him. But shout out to Coach Pennington. Now, seeing how they played against Tollgate, a lot of people said the real test is Cranston West. It looked like, you know, Cranston West, you know, West Warwick started off sluggish. They figured it out. They made some adjustments. Is West Warwick the real deal? Like someone told me a few weeks ago, West Warwick is the real deal. Are they the real deal?
Was I that one that told you West Warwick was the real
deal? You did.
Because I'm pretty sure I did. All it took for me I've been around Coach Pennington for so long. All it took was that joint practice, and I watched the way those guys practiced, and I watched the way they're prepared. He's got a wagon there. He's got a team that's going to be tough to deal with. He's got a team that, in the end, they'll have a lot to say with who wins Division III.
Yeah, it's definitely, you know, they're playing very, very good football. They play Pontigansett this week. You know, Pontigansett definitely has a lot of work to do getting ready for what we've seen West Warwick doing the last couple of weeks, week in and week out.
Well, it's going to be an interesting matchup, right? Because if I know Coach Pennington and I know the things that they do well, it's going to be power against power. and it's going to be who tackles better and who makes plays. Now, the thing that Coach Pennington has going for him is he's got some playmakers on the outside, and he's got a quarterback that makes great decisions and throws a good ball. So they're not one-dimensional by any stretch of the imagination. Do they want to run the ball and run the ball with power? Absolutely they do. But if you try to take that away, they can beat you over the top because they've got some kids that can go. They can run. They're tall. They're athletic. They're strong. He's got some weapons to play with.
Speaking of weapons, you bring in Coach Eddie Insco. How has Coach Eddie been up to this point?
He's been a breath of fresh air. He's been exactly what we needed as a staff. He brings a ton of energy. He works our offensive and defensive lines. He knows his football. Him and I get along great. We're on the same page the vast majority of the time. And, he's a welcome addition. He's been a big addition for us. I'm pretty sure he loves it there. We look forward to coaching together this year and hopefully for years to come.
All right, 2 more questions, Coach. Who would be your player of the game, and also who would you think would be your scout player of the week?
Well, our player of the game this week, we've got to give it to Cole. We asked him to not only be our quarterback, but he played an unbelievable safety for us this week. We asked him to spy Bacala, who's a heck of a running back. Cole's assignment was pretty much to try to keep that kid in check and try to have that kid earn every inch he got. And I think we did a pretty good job of that. And, they just had a couple other kids that made plays coming down the stretch. So I'd say Cole definitely deserves that this week. And we had other guys make big plays too, right? Zach Kerrigan made a big catch down the seam to put us in position to make that touchdown for got a first down for us to put us in position. We have a couple of, I don't know if they're scout guys, right? They're freshman guys. They should be scout guys, but they're starting and they're playing for us. I got a freshman right tackle, Andrew Stark, who was huge for us. And I have a freshman, Ethan Corvo, who started at defensive end tonight, who played great against a big offensive line. And we have, another freshman, Julian Kodos, plays offensive and defensive line, who stepped in there against the size of Ponagansett and worked his butt off. So, three freshmen that probably shouldn't necessarily be helping a varsity team out stepped in when we needed help because you got guys banged up and whatnot. And, they did a great job for us.
Congratulations, to them guys for stepping up and doing what they have to do. And it's good when you have freshmen that can step up, get on the field. But sometimes, are they ready for it? Hey, that's a whole nother story. But they're doing what they got to do for their team.
It is, and it's a scary proposition at times putting them out there because my job as a coach is to not put them in positions to fail. And there are times you put him out there and you're like, oh man, he's got to try to hold his own against these guys. And, the only way to find out is to do it. And, they competed, and that's our big word. And it's what we live by. And if we compete and compete and compete, good things will happen for us. And, we just go out and work hard every day. And I also have to, I'd be disappointed if I didn't say it. Our stands and our fans behind us today were really, really good. That they were a loud crowd. They were into the game. Our cheerleaders are just as much a part of our football team and football program as the football players are. And those girls come out and cheer us on and are always rooting us on no matter what goes on. So we have a lot of people that we have to be thankful for and appreciate. on a daily basis because, you know, they have our backs, and that was awfully nice to feel.
Yeah, and especially after everything that you went through, the team went through. So I'm glad the community is riding with North Smithfield. You are Northern Men. You know,
We
next
are.
week.
That's how we end the game, right? The cheerleaders are saying we are, and the football players and the family and stuff in the stands are yelling out Northmen. So we're all proud of it. We are Northmen, and nothing to be ashamed of there.
Now, your first game of the season, you said you was going to open the game. You guys were going to come out with something together to you know, for the number one. What did the cheerleaders do that?
Yeah. So what we've done is our pregame stuff. Everybody's included: cheerleaders, football players. So when we line up for the game and before we come out of the locker room, we have our pregame speeches and our pregame prayer, and we do that as a group with the cheerleaders. Today we even had the middle school cheerleaders out with us and walk up together. So, you know, when we come out of the locker room and we walk up to the field and we walk up that path of excellence that we have at North Smithfield High School, football players are walking side by side in two lines, and the cheerleaders are walking side by side right behind us. And instead of being 31 boys deep, we're a family of 50 some odd kids representing North Smithfield. And, you know, we're happy to have the support we get from the cheerleaders, and we're happy to support them when it's our time to support them. And it's what high school sports is all about. It's what high school football is all about. It's what a high school football program should be all about. And, you know, we're happy that we are Northman family, and it means a lot to me. It means a lot to us. And I think it shows.
No, it definitely does show. I'm glad you got the dogs back. The dogs,
Yeah.
I can hear them in the background. Salute to the dogs.
Yeah,
you know, I'm glad you got them back.
I just walked in. They're waiting for me to let them out of the pen.
I know how that is. But congratulations, Coach. I wish you much success. I wish the team much success. You know, we'll definitely talk to you coming up Thursday for this week 2 coaches pick 'em. You know, how are your picks coming so far this week?
So far so good. I might be the only game we lost.
Yeah, you had West Warwick. You got that. I don't know Lincoln yet.
I heard Lincoln rolled.
Oh, Lincoln won?
Yeah, I heard they won and won big.
Oh, okay. You know, that's good to know. You know, of course, North Smithfield did not win. North Kingstown, we're waiting on that. Central was playing EG. Central, you had Central Falls, PCD. Westerly is up on Charahoe. Charahoe did surprise me. And you had one socket beating Costco. So, yeah, you're doing pretty good so far, Coach. You know, we'll definitely, maybe this week you can come do your picks live, you know, on air. I just wasn't set up for that yet. But it's going to be a great season because of great coaches like yourself.
I appreciate it. We appreciate your support. And, you know, we look forward to helping out any way you can. So if you need me, I'm there.
Yeah, I got the jersey over here, but it blends in with the green, and it throws off the lights and stuff. It's crazy. I guess green's the only color. No wonder nobody wears green in the movies. You know. But
true.
Thank you, Coach. I wish you know, North Smithfield falls to Pownell 10-7 game that went all the way down to the last 2 seconds. You know, that game could have went into overtime. Could have went either way. Congratulations, Coach. You know, on being back on the field. Congratulations, Cole Vowles, on being player of the game. You know, I'm just happy you guys are playing football.
We appreciate it, and we're excited to be playing too. And if nothing else, you're gonna get our best shot every week. And if it's good enough, it's good enough. If it's not good enough, then so be it. But you know, we're definitely gonna be out there competing.
I'm happy. I see you guys on the field. I keep congratulating you, and you lost tonight, but I'm so happy you're on the field, and I feel like, you know, just because everything you guys went through. But well, that's another story for another day. next week, Coach. Thank you.
On to Lincoln.
That's it. On to Lincoln, man. You got a lot to get ready for.
Yes, sir.
All right, Coach. Have a good one. There we go, Coach Piver. On to Lincoln. Coach Piver, you know, his team stood up to the challenge against Pontigansett. Pontigansett wins that one 10-7. Very, very good game. What other games went on? I think the Portsmouth NK game might still be going on. Lincoln wins big from what I heard. If anyone has any scores, let me know. I think Coventry is up. So we'll have some other scores. Moses Brown wins over Shea. St. Ray's beats Tolman. Yeah, I thought I almost said that wrong. St. Ray's beats Tolman. Let's see. Where else we have here? I can't wait. 47-12. St. Ray's. Is that what I had? I think I did have this score up here. Let me see. Yeah, 47-12. St. Ray's beats Tolman. Mount Hope rolls over Tollgate 33-15. 33-0 by the end of the third quarter. Pownell over North Smithfield. Westerly was up by like 2 scores. Let's go back and check that out. Let's see. I seen some commentary about the. Let's read these posts. You know, they're talking about what I'm going to read to you is from the Narragansett SK game. It says questionable PI call was the difference in this one. After Narragansett took the lead with 4 and changed to go, a couple of situations played out in SK's favor. For starters, the insurance kickoff went out of bounds, and the Rebels chose to have it re-kicked. This time, it was a squib onside kick that gave SK the ball on their side of the 50, but Narragansett's defense was playing with plenty of momentum and appeared to have stopped SK in a 3rd and long situation. The defender clearly knocked the ball away, but it was such a bang-bang play. The SK fans would have been as loud as Narragansett was with their frustration had a PI not been called. So from there, SK ran it on a short field and took the lead for good. Narragansett couldn't keep their drive alive with 4 minutes to go, and SK finished the job. Narragansett hurt themselves with too many men on the field penalty, which allowed for SK to keep running the ball and the clock. At the end of the day, both teams had plenty of opportunities. Division III, Narragansett had SD1 SK on the ropes. They hate to say D2. Had D1 SK on the ropes, but couldn't finish the job. SK did exactly what they had to do to kill the clock. It was my first time seeing these rivals go at it. It was a great atmosphere and a very decent game. Thank you to our sideline reporter. SK almost gave the game away. They should have won by 2 scores, but what do I know? Could have lost by 4 if not for the PI. Would have definitely been closer at the end of the game. So thank you, everybody. I just wanted to read that. Cumberland prevails 27-26 on a 4th down stop deep in their territory. Cumberland is actually playing, I think, Berkeley, Somerset Berkeley. So Cumberland on a 4th down stop deep in their territory holds on for the win in their out-of-state game. I'm going to have to put that up. But when we come back, we're gonna have our friend, our near and dear, my man with the master plan. You know the guy, the big tall dude, my man Emerson Kilgore. He's in the house, straight off the field. So we're gonna have him right after I play a video from his cousin.
Listen, no one's going to give you more coverage. No one's going to be at more games. No one's going to be more informed. I'm not just some guy sitting in his basement spouting off about who's winning games and who's doing what. We're real. The rebellion is real. Providence Journal coverage is going to be real this year. It's almost here, 3 days away.
Emerson!
What's up, Mike?
I had to put your cousin up there.
Hey, man. Family first, you know?
That's it, man. How you doing, man? Straight
I'm doing
off
well.
the field. How was your game tonight?
It was an excellent game. So even though the score was a little lopsided, it was 20-0. That's not the that doesn't show the effort and really the what really went down there at the game. So North Kingston definitely pulled it off. They did a really good job. That kid Bueller is really good. I will say that Portsmouth did not give up. I mean, they're one of them scrappy teams that honestly is going to give people a lot of fits in Division II. But overall, Portsmouth looked good in a lot of different areas, but unfortunately they decided to stall out a little bit going towards the end zone. But to their credit, they're a very scrappy team. They're a very tough team, and but they things didn't go their way this game. But I will definitely say with North Kingston, on the other hand, the first half was kind of tough on them. They only kicked 2 field goals, but they turned it on again. They turned it on in the second half, scoring. They scored off a block punt, and then they scored another touchdown there. So they did good there. But honestly, 2 really good teams. Like I said, the score's not indicative of the effort that was given there. And shout out to both of them. I know both coaches. They did an excellent job preparing these young men for this game. Really good. No issues. Nothing chippy. All respect both ways, which it absolutely should. And overall, I mean, it was a solid game. But North Kingston pulled it off 20-0.
Congratulations, NK. Portsmouth did not give up from what Emerson is saying. Some other scores, Emerson, I wanted to go over. Mount Hope, 33, Toge, 15. I guess Mount Hope had 33 to nothing by the end of the third quarter. Pano comes away in 3 seconds to go, kicks a field goal to win that game over North Smithfield, 10-7. What a fight that was, Emerson, North Smithfield, and Ponagansett. St. Ray's beat Tolman 47-12.
Wow.
Other teams, let's see. Cumberland ends up pulling away 27-26 over Somerset Berkeley. A 4th down stop deep in Cumberland's territory. So there was definitely some great games. Middletown beats Rogers 20-6. See, who's bringing the people scores like this? You got to wait 4 days to get this in the journal.
Right.
And you got to subscribe.
Right.
We bringing it to the people, Emerson. East Providence, big win over your alma mater, Pilgrim. You ready? 47-0.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pilgrim will definitely have better days, Yeah.
Well, let me just say this, and yes, that's my alma mater, and obviously I know a lot of those guys over there. Obviously Blake and a lot of players there. But you got to give credit to East Providence. I mean, East Providence, they're kind of resurrecting their program over there over the past couple of years, and Coach Stringfield's doing a really good job. Obviously, the offensive line coach over there, Jumbo, he's doing a really good job. I worked with him many times. Definitely a knowledgeable guy when it comes down to offensive line play. I mean, they're really doing a good job. And I mean, it showed when I spoke at their camp this summer, and I mean, they had at least 90 kids there. And that was just for the youth. You know, and so I mean, they're really doing the right things over there, and you know, I mean, shout out to them for, you know, for getting it done tonight. You know, irregardless is my alma mater, but you know, it's you know, Blake got a little bit of work to do, and I know the type of coach he is, and he's going to get that done. But you know, on this day, East Providence was better, and you know, that's how football is. So, but you know, great job by Coach Stringfellow getting it done over there, getting their, you know, first win of the season, and best of luck to them to the, you know, the rest of the season. And Pilgrim, you know, you gotta, you know, you got dust this off, and you know, you're off to next week, and just gonna get it done. So, you know, but they'll be fine. I'm not worried. You know, once they get into their division schedule, I know they'll be very competitive, and you know, they'll do what they need to do.
Now, I also told parents that if they send in some videos, we will play some scoring drives. So let's check one that just came in. This is from the South Kingstown game.
Let's go. Give it to mine. Let's go. Get the fucking
Nice.
There we go. That's my guy Brandon Boomer over there at SK. You know, critical PI over there that I was just talking about it before you came on. It's actually in the comment section. You know, one of the parents was talking about it. And let's see, we have another one here, which this one is a little harder to see. You know, I'll try to edit that one. But now let's go to a scoring drive from Pono and North Smith.
Go for it.
Nice job.
Cole Vowles. Yeah, definitely North Smithfield's player of the game. You know, so yeah, we had a lot of great games. Let's see, the Saints come marching in. Tolman, they beat Tolman 47-12. Tolman definitely has some work to do, but I gotta say, their schedule is very soft. They have a very vanilla schedule the rest of the season, you know. But Lincoln is playing well, and Lincoln is going to be in their way. And I heard Lincoln pretty much whoever they played tonight, I'm not sure, but I heard Lincoln was doing well. Lincoln won big, I believe.
Oh, okay, good.
You know, Coventry was winning over Cranston East last I checked. Shea Raiders lost to Moses Brown. You know, Moses Brown wins them 31-6. Congratulations, Moses Brown. You know, I think Shea has some work to do. You know, but after seeing some of these D3 teams and then seeing the way West Warwick played, you know, I think Coach Pennington is going to do very well this season in Division 3.
Well, I definitely think he's going to be competitive. I mean, obviously, this, you know, first game out is, you know, you have to adjust to see where you did good, see where you did bad, and see where you need to improve. You know, see where, you know, work on your strengths and weaknesses, things like that. So it's going to be a long season. You know, it's the beginning of September here. You know, a lot of guys are, you know, they got to look at what they've done. You know, do what they need to do and take the next steps forward, because obviously you've got another game next week. So, you know, guys are, you know, been looking forward to the season for quite some time, and you know, the guys got to get after it. Guys just got to get after it.
And listen, you know,
you know, again, you know, obviously the excitement's back in the air in Rhode Island when it comes to football, so it's good.
That's right. I got my helmet right here. I'm like ready. I'm like, put me in, coach. You know, like we're ready to go. See, we already got news for next week. It ain't even week 2 yet, and I'm gonna let you know the Woonsocket SK game has been moved to Thursday night football at North Kingstown. So that game is already moved, you know, because we have, you know, our great referees are doing everything they can to get all these games covered. What would we do without you great people in stripes?
There you go. You know, it's you know, I'm just glad I'm doing my part for Rhode Island football. You know, it's you know, everyone's like, oh, it's coach, but you know, honestly, this is really where I'm needed most. You know, there is a referee shortage. You know, us as an organization are doing the best we can, and again, we're doing what we need to do to keep Rhode Island football going.
Yeah, no, definitely. And if let's check in on the Westerly game and see where they will listen in.
Defense to chant from the stands. Another QB sneak, and he got a little bit of wiggling room, and it looks like he snuck through, and he did. Touchdown, Chargers.
Oh, this was actually hang on. That was actually just a video that I had of it. That was when it was 7-7. They were going back and forth for a while. Last I knew, Wesley was up by 2 scores, I believe.
Who they play? Oh, that's why they're playing Charahoe. Yep.
They played Charahoe. Yeah, the game must finally. Yeah, it must be over. I know Wesley was up by a couple scores going into the 4th quarter. So congratulations to the Bulldogs. They get their win. A lot of winners, a lot of losers. Like we have every week. Not everybody can be like us. Can be winners. We win. We got Tiger blood, Emerson. We got that Tiger blood. So how'd you feel being back on the field? Your 2nd week now. You had the injury fund last week against you had the Providence clubs. Now it's your 2nd week.
Right.
How you feel?
Felt good. Felt really good to be back out there again. I know a good majority of head coaches and assistant coaches. It was really good to see all the guys down there. All the coaching staff at Portsmouth and coaching staff at North Kingston. It was just good. I mean, again, it's just good to be around good guys that know football and get it done. And both of those coaching staffs do that. So. But yeah, it was really good to be around them and see them in action. But yeah, as far as us officiating, it was good. We had a couple of new guys with us. We had 3 seasoned guys. Obviously my head ref, myself, and Jerome Hayes, and then we had 2 new guys there, and they're year 2. So, but yeah, everything went well. I mean, there was no crazy calls. Actually, the guys were giving us compliments after because it was, the game ran so smoothly. So, always good to see that. But I mean, I come to expect that from programs that are well coached. Like the kids are disciplined. Not nothing crazy going on. So, but yeah, overall, it was a great game and great officiating, as far as I'm concerned. And I look forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, there's going to be more great football tomorrow. I'm sure when I wake up in the morning, I'm always jonesing for football talk. Like Saturday mornings, I'm like, especially after Friday Night Lights, there's like, I just want that hunger. I'm hungry for that football conversation. I don't know if you feel the same way, on Saturday mornings. I just want to feel and talk high school football, but that's why.
Yeah.
I'm addicted, and it's an addiction, and I'm an addict. How you doing? I'm addicted, to watching high school film. I watch a lot of high school film, probably in not normal amount of film.
Right.
For someone that don't coach.
And it's always good too. I mean, you just love being back into this, like this, the feeling of football's back, and you're right in the mix of it, and you're doing what you're doing, which is a blessing to Rhode Island football. Doing what's needed here, and it's always good too. On a side note, because every once in a while, this is kind of funny. Obviously, I know I'm getting a little bit older there, so some of the guys asked, "Did you play football?" to me, and I'm like, "Yeah, I played it down or 2." And then they always ask what high school I go to, and I was like, Pilgrim. And they're like, oh, okay. So they usually don't ask anything else. And then, the coaches tell them who I am. And all of a sudden it's, oh, wow. I'm like, yeah, it was a few years ago, but that's what I did. And, but it's good for them to see someone, even though it's, a few years, after the fact. But it's good for them to see someone from Rhode Island, that has made it as far as they can. And they're back literally right next to them, talking to them, helping them out, officiating, doing things like that. So that's always a good feeling. It's always a good feeling to give back. And, I'm glad to be associated with, with good coaches here in Rhode Island that are doing their thing, and, and good officials for that matter as well. and it's just good. It's just a good feeling. Like you missed this from Thanksgiving until preseason. You miss this camaraderie. You miss this opportunity to reach out to these young men and work with these young men, and obviously coach them and then officiate. So it's just a great feeling. I'm glad it's back, and I'm glad we're rolling here.
Yeah, definitely. And we have some great coaches that are part of the network, that are part of the team. Salute to Coach Dunbar, Coach Wes Pennington, Coach Jeff Piver, Cliff Fulton, Coach Cook, Eddie Insco, Blake Simpson. I can go on and on. So many great, great coaches and people that are part that make everything work and help us out with the podcast, and all the fans and the family that call in scores. I couldn't do it without the help of everybody, Emerson. And I just love this football community.
It's great, man, and I mean, and honestly, shout out to the two coaching staffs, from Portsmouth and North Kingston. I mean, it was solid programs there, and kids were getting after it, and that's the best thing, regardless of the score. That's one of the best things to see, like kids being hungry and just getting after it, and coaches being coaches and doing what they need to do and doing things the right way. Like that's what football's about, and I definitely saw that today at the game on both sides. Irregardless of the score, I mean, both sides were getting it done. So shout out to both coaching staffs there.
Here's something I'm working on for this week. I hear of a stupid rule coming out of RIL, where that they want the players to live with the moms in order for them to play sports, which is kind of silly. So if you live with the father or something, you're not eligible to play football. It just makes no sense. I just wanted to let the people know, if anyone heard of anything like that, please fill me in with any type of information. But and this reminds me of the Bernard Parson situation, and I know that the RIL, I think they went to court 4 times this year and lost all 4 times. But the stupid rules that they come up with, Emerson. But yeah, we're definitely going to be talking about that.
If that's really going to happen, I'm just going to be interested to see the football and all that. I'm really not going to make a comment until until things start hitting the fan here. But I mean, if that's the case, like I said, I'm just interested to see what's going to happen with the fallout with that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Me too. And I just wanted to let the community know and see if they heard anything about it. But we're definitely going to be looking into that, because that's just out of pocket. But let's look at some of the games so far that went on. Scores that we have, scores we don't. We know Narragansett fell to SK tonight. Tough game. I heard there was a big PI. Let me see. I think I had it over here somewhere. They was actually talking about it. They said a PI call that was a difference. Narragansett took the lead with 4 and changed to go. A couple of situations played out in SK's favor. The ensuring kickoff went out of bounds, and the Rebels chose to have it re-kicked. This gentleman sounds like an official. This time it was a squib onside kick that gave SK the ball on their side of the 50, but the Mariners defense was playing with plenty of momentum and appeared to have stopped SK in a 3rd and long situation. The defender knocked the ball away, but it was such a bang play that I'm sure SK fans would have been as loud as Narragansett with the frustration if it had not been a PI. But you could check in the comments section for more on that. But SK wins that game over Narragansett by a couple. I don't have the Burrillville-Barrington game, so if anyone has that, the score. I heard Lincoln beat Johnston pretty badly. I don't have the score. So also you can send them scores in as well. North Smithfield falls to Pontiac 10-7. East Providence wins big over Pilgrim 47-0. Mount Hope 33. Tollgate didn't matter. 15. Tollgate scored 15, but Mount Hope had 33 by the 3rd quarter. Moses Brown beats Shea. I want to say, I think I said the score. Let me get the right score up here. 31-6. Moses Brown wins that game. I think Shea is a school that is going to have problems this year, and I know they think that I'm Shea biased, which I'm not. LaSalle played Curtis. I don't have that score as of yet. Situate and Mount Pleasant game was canceled for good reason. That game should have never been scheduled in the first place. What do you think about that? Scheduling a D4 to play a team like a D2 team. Oh, here we go. You back, Emerson?
There we are.
There we go. What do you
back.
think
Yes,
about Situate and Mount Pleasant? That game got canceled because it should have never been scheduled in the first place.
I have to agree. I'm all for Division 1 playing Division 2 playing Division 3, Division 3 playing Division 4, but the 2 I don't see that that's just not right. I don't see a Division 1 team, playing a things are. That's a smart idea. I think it was wise to cancel that. I think it was only in the best interest of morale and safety for the players. So I think whoever made that decision was smart, and much respect to them for doing so.
Yeah, definitely. And then Situate goes and schedules a JV game against Shea. They beat Shea 23-12. I said that right. Situate beat Shea 23-12. And then Shea Varsity plays Moses Brown today. They lose to Moses Brown. Congratulations to Moses Brown, 31-6. Yeah, so at least Situate got a win under their belt. They're feeling positive about that self. That was a great victory, beating Shea, whether it's JV or not. That's a great victory for a school like Situate.
No, it is, and again, I know Situate has had his issues over the past couple of years here, without getting back into that issues, but that's good job by them for trying to build here. I mean, it's tough. I mean, with everything that went on there, and obviously in that neck of the woods, obviously Pontigansett and is a very attractive option to go to school there. So, anything positive coming out of Situate this year is an absolute great thing. So glad to see there's a little ray of sunshine down there, and then let them, I hope it continues and they get it done.
Yeah, congratulations to them, and I wish that team much success. Coach Damon Scarduzio, I think the kids are buying into what he's pitching to them, and it took a little bit of work, and he said he will change the culture in Situate. So, we are definitely rooting for him.
Absolutely, and that change is going to take a little time, but I mean, he's he's doing the right thing here, taking it one step at a time, and he's just getting it done. So much respect to him. Just keep at it, Coach. Doing fine.
Yeah, stand by.
We see what happened to the last dude tried to. Yeah, I bet he probably went home and cried.
Oh man.
Eric,
oh man.
My son. But Emerson, man, thank you for joining us, man. It's always great to have you, every Friday night after you officiate your games. You have no games scheduled for the weekend now.
Yeah, I have a game tomorrow. I believe it's I know it's Central Florida. I forget who they're playing, but and please forgive me for that. But we just go and officiate. It doesn't really matter the teams, but I know it's Central Falls. And I'm actually interested to see what they're going to do this year. I know they've had their struggles too, and I think this year might be a year that things start happening for them a little bit. So, but yeah, I'll be there. I have the game tomorrow at noon at Central Falls, and see how that goes.
Yeah, there's some other games that are going on tomorrow. You're gonna have EWG and Davies. That should be pretty interesting. I expect Davies just, all respect to EWG, but I just think Davies is going to come out ahead of that game. Central Falls versus Hope High School tomorrow. Central
That's what it is.
Falls.
Hope. Okay.
There you go. How could you forget Hope? That needs a lot of hope against Central Falls. I think Central Falls is going to be a contender in Division 4.
Yeah, I mean, I have, I've yet to see, teams in Division 4 play and, things like that. But, honestly, I have to agree with you. I think that, they're gonna start surprising a few folks, and let's see how it goes.
All right, Emerson, man, I have to give you a nice little chuckle before I let you go. So here you go.
Listen, no one's going to give you more coverage. No one's going to be at more games. No one's going to be more informed. I'm not just some guy sitting in his basement spouting off about who's winning games and who's doing what. We're real. The Rebellion is real. Providence Journal coverage is going to be real this year. It's almost here. 3 days away.
Oh, man. He needs to go into comedy.
There you go. Just coming in, Coventry beats Cranston East 38-12. Congratulations, Coach Gary Goodhart. We're probably going to get Coach Gary Goodhart on tomorrow. East Providence over Pilgrim 47-0. And I'll give Coach Simpson a pass. Like I said, I think if you lose by 40, you should get a pass. I told Coach Pennington that. I told him this year, Coach, if you lose by 40, that's the only way you don't have to come on my show. But
listen, and honestly, I've known Blake. I've gotten to know him over the years. I know he knows what to do. I'm really not even that concerned. It's kind of one of those games that, like, holy crap, we need to start working on this and that, and not get upset and just like, what, it is what it is. This game's behind us now. We definitely know what we need to work on, and let's just get it done.
And I want to thank all the people out there that are sending me in these scores, our sideline reporters, that is out there helping us, because we couldn't bring the people all these great scores, like East Providence 47-0, NK 20-0, Cumberland playing an out-of-state team 27-26, big fourth down stop for that game, Mount Hope game, Pono game, St. Ray's and Tolman, Westerly, just so many great people out there. And I just want to thank everybody for sending in them scores. And Emerson, I want to personally thank you for always being a part of the network, even though they come at you. They come at you, man.
Let them come at me. I believe me. I'm a big guy. I'll be fine. They can come at me once they want. But my thing is this. This platform is for Rhode Island football. It does a great job representing Rhode Island football, and people can hate on it if they want. I don't really care. I'm glad to be a part of this. I will all. And that's really it. If people got something to say about me doing it, they can talk to me face to face. Most times than not, they don't.
There you go. Emerson, we're going to bring in Coach Dunbar.
I stick by my guns. I think this is a great thing for Rhode Island. That's it.
There you go. Appreciate it.
All right. I actually got to run. So
next. Okay, Emerson, we got Coach Dunbar waiting. We're going to play this quick video and bring Coach Dunbar up. Thank you, Emerson.
Let's go, give it to Mike. Let's go. Get the ball in there.
What up, my man? Stanley Dunbar, man. Tough game, big game against Charaholt today. I was watching a little bit on it on Westerly Live. How you doing, Coach?
What's good, Mikey? How you doing? I'm chilling, brother. We good. Got a W, man. Definitely ugly in the sense that there was a lot of penalties out there. I felt like we probably should have won by a lot more than we did. But at the end of the day, we faced a lot of adversity, and our kids responded and came out with a W.
There was definitely a lot of penalties. I tuned in for the Gorman penalty.
Yeah.
What was
that about? I might have to watch the film because, I definitely wasn't happy.
No, you wasn't.
There's not much I can say without getting fined or suspended if I make certain comments. But I felt like our kids are well coached. We teach our kids to play the game the right way. We had an injury fun game last week, and there wasn't much penalties. NK beat us fair and square. But tonight, at times, man, it felt like it was difficult, man. I think there were 7 penalties in the
Yeah,
first
some of
quarter
the
alone, pushing us back, and each time we just continued to respond. But it was a little weird at times, a little funny, in my opinion. But at the end of the day, we responded, came out with a W. But we obviously got to get better.
that's
We
it.
got to
You
clean
got
it
the
up
win.
because if it was a team that could match up a little bit better with us, I think those type of penalties lose you games. So we're gonna watch the film and see what actually happened out there. But the game was 3 hours, man. This is my first time playing in a 3-hour high school football game. It was
Yeah.
extremely long. Guys were cramping.
You broke up a little bit, but that's crazy. A 3-hour high
Like
school
he probably
football.
never the high school game that was yeah.
A 3-hour game. That's
Yeah,
crazy. You were breaking up a little bit as you were saying that, but
that's crazy.
yeah, but you got the W. Congratulations. And now you got who you on to next week.
We got we got a tough league matchup against Portsmouth. It's gonna be
Oh yeah,
tough.
Portsmouth.
I don't know
Yep.
if anyone got.
Of course I did. 20-0. NK beats Portsmouth. But our guy Emerson Kilgore said Portsmouth was not quitting. They were very, very scrappy. But Portsmouth loses 20-0. St. Ray's beats Tolman 47-12. Coventry beats Cranston East 38-12. East Providence wins 47-0 over Pilgrim. Let's see. Mount Hope wins 33-0. Yep. So them are the scores that I have right now in front of me. SK beats Narragansett. That was like a 2-point game. All right, Coach. Congratulations on the victory. We'll definitely talk to you soon. Yeah, I think we was having. Let's see if we can get him back. You're back, Coach. Yeah, we were having. We couldn't really hear Coach Dunbar, but thank you, Coach, for coming on. Congratulations on your victory. A 3-hour game. Imagine that. He said he has never been in a 3-hour game before. Is that ridiculous? A 3-hour game. We call that in the Marine Corps overcome and adapt. Way to preserve, Coach Dunbar. Yes, exactly. Congratulations, Coach Dunbar. Coventry also pulls away with the victory, 38-12. I'm not sure, but that's crazy. A 3-hour game. NK beats Portsmouth 20-0. Cumberland comes away with a big fourth quarter stop. See who's bringing the scores like we are. We already got them. You don't have to wait 4 or 5 days to subscribe. But salute to Steve Clark. Appreciate you. Thank you, Andre Petrarca, for your Coventry football update. 38-12. I'm telling you, Cranston East, no disrespect, is in my bottom 5 or 6 worst teams in football right now. We're going to do that this week. We're going to have the bottom echelon. We did the top 11. Should we do the bottom 11? Who would be in that conversation? We already got to put Tollgate in that conversation. We already have to put Cranston East in that conversation. Shea is definitely inside the top 10, but they're moving towards that 1 through 5 of that conversation. North Smithfield and Pownell have a very competitive game. We're 7-7 with 2 seconds to go. Pownell ends up throwing the extra point. We tried to get Mikey Washington on, but he's running, man. He's running. He's running scared. He's running scared. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. How the hell Wesley have a 3-hour game? Has anybody ever had a damn 3-hour game before? I'm going to play this quick video. I'm going to try to get Coach Washington up in here. Give me 1 second. Thank you to all my sponsors, man. If somebody wants to sponsor the Thursday Coaches Pick'em show, I think that show is going to be really good. We have more coaches that are going to be coming on. We got Coach Washington involved in that. We got Coach Dunbar. Let me see if I can pull up some of the picks that we have up here on. I'm kind of like an RBE. Here we go. These are Coach Dunbar's picks right here. Cranston West. Lincoln won. Pono wins. And K wins. Did Central play? I think Central played tonight, and I'm going to assume Central won. You know, Westerly wins. Wow, Coach Dunbar, you're doing okay in your picks. You lost the Cranston West pick. Then we look at what Coach Pennington, his picks. He had West Warwick, Lincoln, North Smithfield. So yeah, you got your 2-1 right there. You're 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, 6-1. Coach Pennington comes out of the first day 6-1. Let's check out Blizzy Blake. Well, Blizzy Blake, Cranston West loses, Johnston loses, so you're 0-2 right there. Ponagansett wins, bringing you to 1-2. NK bringing you to 2-2, 3-2, 4-2, 5-2, ending today. So Blizzy Blake finishes 5-2. Now tell me he don't look like the dude from Footloose, right? So Coach Fortin, Cranston West, that's a loss. Johnston, there's 0-2. Ponagansett wins, so there you go. You got 1-2. North Kingstown puts you at 2-2. Central 3-2. Westerly 4-2. And Middletown 5-2. Coach Washington, you 1-1, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, 6-1. And I think 6-1 was the best record we had. And I have to check out the other coaches. That's pretty much what I had the artwork for. You know, I was kind of slacking yesterday, you know, but next week I think is going to be great. We're going to have Rhode Island ranked. We're going to do Rhode Island ranked top 3, and we're also going to have coaches pick them. So listen, people, help me figure out what game should the coaches pick next week. Put them in the comment section right now. SK and Woonsocket game is moved to Thursday night at NK. So we have some more games tomorrow. But thank you, man. You all are great. Love you all. You know, shout out to you. If you see my son, tell Eric he can come over here and get the scores now. Yeah, he could definitely come over here and get the scores. Big shout out to Colwell Banker, Mark Wright, Coastal Homes, Rally Point. Big shout out to Recover Rhode Island. If you want to get back on the field quicker, definitely give my guy at Recover RI a call. But it's all good. My man, Coach Washington, can't make it tonight. But congratulations to everybody that was out there on the field. We have a lot to do. We have a bike to give away. So, listen, we're going to give away a bike, but we're going to give it away to a youth football player, not a high school football player, a youth football player. We giving shit away over here. Yep, we're going to give a bike away. So, if you know somebody that is in really need of a brand new bike, youth football, we're going to give it away. You know what? We might give a boys and a girl's bike away. Tell me a girl that is in youth sports on a team right now. You put her name in the comment section. We are giving her a BMX bike. That's right. So put her name, her parents' name, whatever. Have them contact me. We're going to give the girl that's playing youth football a brand new BMX bike. That's what we're doing. But thank you, everybody, man. We'll definitely be back here tomorrow, probably talking in the morning, right? Because we have some football that we are going to talk about.
Let's go, come take a ride through my city life. See what my city's like. It's the city life. For some, it's a shitty life. This is city living. Mostly them city children. From my bedroom, see the lights of them city buildings. Ain't gotta act hard. Private's my backyard. I run rhode. You can call me a track star. And we a team, homie, all is one. I don't sleep until all is done. I ain't ruckus, so please don't call me Mr. 401. It's Mr. Rags, you can call me. I'm still in that 401. From where we was, look at all we become. For what it's worth, I put my all in the sun. Know that my city love it. My city's budget about my city's public. Know how my city does it. Let me handle my city business. Then I ride you outside of them city limits.
Okay, that's fine. People can talk crazy about me. That's fine. They should express themselves, and they have a right to. But I also get to say what you know. I'm like a
Real Podcast Network. Shout out to Can We Keep It Real Podcast and Network. Appreciate it.
People, bro. Like thanking me for speaking on things, bro, that other people are not speaking on, bro. For thanking me for keeping it real on topics that other platforms are not going to be keeping it real on. Like, you have no idea. The ratio doesn't even...
Goodbye, farewell, so long. I said hello, goodbye, farewell, so long. I said, uh-oh, did the truth come out again? Movie, do you know how it ends? They say babies are just like the angels. Tell me what... Chinchilla, that painkiller nigga would getting sick of me, cause instantly when they hurt me, they could wear it was history, hickory,